word, I shed my tears. My tears are not of water.
Ready?
My tears are not of stone.
Yeah.
My tears.
Yes, people. Welcome back to the entertainment show. Yes, and we are speaking with Tigox. Yes. English one, Jamaican. Alright, so tell us about this poem, The Wall. I said this was a poem that won
The
international competition.
Right.
Alright, so tell us about the whole writing and the thing there. What is this poem practically? What is the poem say? Yes.
Well, actually,
Just simply put,
yes. So the wall, a lot of people would say, why the walls could speak. So what would the walls say? So I actually started with that line, and at the time when I was going to start writing, I thought in my head, oh, I have like one verse. but then as I put myself, like you put yourself as if you were the wall, then I started to think about the different types of walls. So even the fact I came from England, and in England they have wallpaper on the wall, and then over here we have the paint on the walls, and that difference. And then thinking about children, how they like to doodle on there and put posters and hide the wall, and then you put things on their paintings and all of that, and it was, that it just came out, that everything just came out of me just starting with that one line, if the wall could speak. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So how after you win this competition, you won that competition, what was the feeling like? Tell me, what was the feeling like?
Well, it was surreal because being in a different country and being with so many different persons from around the world. First of all, it was an awesome feeling to be around so many creative minds and like-mindedness. In some of the languages I couldn't understand what they were saying, but just to know that they are there for the same reason, that was awesome enough.
Yes.
So when they had all of us come to one large room, and you just a sea of people, and they are now going to call out the winners. Yes. The last thing I expected was to hear my name.
Oh my God.
So we were there for about 3 or 4 days, and by the time the last thing was the award winning, the announcement of the awards, and by that time I had garnered some friends. So I had a group of friends around me that I didn't know before. I made the friends at the time. Yeah. And so when they called my name, I didn't hear the others. They said, your name. So I'm like, what? So they felt good, they felt, oh, one of our group.
Real vibes there. So that's a real vibes there. Yeah. I like that.
So that was something that was quite surreal. Now, remember I said to you that was the first time I realized I could actually perform.
Yeah.
So but prior to that, I had only written poems. I had never performed or read to anybody. And I thought that with the competition was that when I send up the actual poem to them, when I go there, I will hear if I won or not. I understood that it was a symposium where they would have different sessions, and they would have different workshops. I understood that. But I did not understand that I had to perform.
Oh my
so
right on the spot.
Yes, so after I had committed to being a part of it and registered and everything, then they sent the fine print and they said that you must perform your own poem to be eligible. So I went into panic mode because I was like, I've never performed before.
Oh my God.
And I actually contacted my godmother's husband was Wycliffe Benny, who was in charge of JDC and CPTC. So I called on him, and I said, I need help. So because he has taught many of those persons who are doing radio announcing and TV announcers and stuff, right? So I know he has the skill, but I had very little time. This was like days before I was going to be going. So he told me to come and bring the poem. Now at that time, again, I thought it was 3 poems. So I had 3 poems.
Oh my God.
And I brought them to him. And he said, leave it with him the first day. I did that. The second day, he said, come now and read these to me. So I read them. And he looked at me and he said, who you say wrote these again?
Oh my God.
So I was like, uh-oh.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So he said, can you please read this like you wrote it? So I mean, that was my first big lesson in trying to be more, put more emotion and performance into the poem. When I heard him read it to me, I was like, oh, please go and read it for me.
Oh my God.
But say it's yours. And
Yeah,
he said, oh no. So anyway, so that is how I got a little coaching before. So apparently that helped. Yeah, so that was how the wall became the international wall.
Wow. So for a person, you have mentioned the other website before, so for persons who want to check out Tigox work, tell us how they can get to you.
Right, so my website is Tigox, Tigox, poet, poet.com. And on there you see live performances, you see samples of my work, and you actually have a link to purchasing some of my books on Amazon.
Okay, cool. So where next can someone see you in performance?
Actually, I'm glad you brought that up. Because on May 7th, it's on my website, so you would still, the date would be accurate there. I think you put May 7th in my head. We actually have a group of poets that meet annually that raise funds for underprivileged children in Augusttown's Education Fund. And that's the next place that I'll be performing outside of my regular Edna Manley and
Redbone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So where would that performance be? In Augusta?
That is, yes, St. Thomas Aquinas is a Catholic church. That is right across the entrance or the back. I don't know if it's the front or the back, but where the UA Hospital entrance is. You go up to Papine.
Yeah, back gate.
Right, that gate. So on the left, is the church. Right, so at 4 o'clock. And the details are on my website, so you can check it out.
Cool. Alright, so before we close the interview, we just want to, our time is moving faster than I expected. So I wanted to perform a poem for us before you leave. So what is the title of this one that you share with us today?
I'm going to share The Call of the Zebra. The fact that I grew up in England and then came to Jamaica, I kind of feel like I got two sides of
it's like a schizo feeling.
Yes.
Alright, so the stripe of the zebra.
The call of the zebra.
Call of the zebra.
For you.
Alright. Take it away.
I have the poise and the stride of the white, but when I sit, who sees my stride? I seek to know more of the painter, the composer, and be part of fine music and art. I have the rhythm and the sexuality of the black, but when I sit, who sees my rhythm? I appreciate dub poetry, well-seasoned food, and listen to dance hall jams. I have the discipline and punctuality of the white, the spiritual conviction and the superstition of the black. But when I sit, who'll sense my pride? But when I sit, who'll guess my convictions? I live in a world of a white Santa, Jesus, and angels. I live in a world where black means trickery, cheat, and struggle. So having come from a white country and lived in a black, now I'm being judged by my accent and skin. Although in my birthplace predominantly white, I'm alien. And at my residence predominantly black, I'm alien. My talents have no color. I will stand as an individual taking no mental abuse. This is the cry from the zebra from home. My dignity and pride I refuse to lose.
Wow. That's some deep stuff in there and stuff. You're battling with yourself, battling with acceptance and not accepting and all them stuff there. Wow. Deep still, so why you really have the talent and everything, and we love how you put words together, you know?
Thank you.
Yeah man, so we wish you all the best going forward and continue to do the good work that you are doing.
Thanks.
Yeah, and just win some more competition, alright? Some more book.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, and take care, see?
Alright, cool.
So,
Pick up those on Facebook. Pick up those on Facebook.
Alright, so big up everybody who listening to us, actually watching us right now on Facebook Live. So big up on yourself. Wasn't it?
Jasmine.
Leroy, big up yourself over there in Guyana. Yeah, we get the message. Big up yourself. Glad you're enjoying the program. So Jasmine, big up yourself over there in St. Martin. And Jasmine who passed through as well. the artist, yes. Who else watching, listening to us and
Michelle.
Michelle, which Michelle? Michelle Christian?
Michelle Michi?
Who?
Michelle Michi Missy.
Big up yourself, Michelle Michi. And who else?
That's it.
Oh, that's it. Oh, for the other one. Alright, so big up yourself, people. We have some text coming up. So far, we want to listen to Fruitman by Tigox.
The Fruit Man. I have been observing on my way to work a very progressive fruit man. In a time of recession and loss of work, I proudly have watched this Jamaica. Oh, he started some months ago with a banana or two.